Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Ask Crazy Podcast. But I have changed the name, so the new name is Hey Sister. Thanks to my sister with her brilliant ideas. It would just be right to just it be called Hey Sister, because whenever we talk, it's like Hey Sister, or when we text, it's like Hey Sister, so it just goes perfectly with this podcast. Just throwing that out there real quick. But hey, welcome guys, and if you're new here, hello, and if you're not, well, welcome back. So thanks for the feedback and for all your likes and all your views on the previous two podcasts. So we're on episode 3 today. It's been a while. I know I've been super busy with like school and externship, and it's just been crazy. It's been crazy, and running a business, it's just been kind of crazy. But today I found some time to sit down and film with you guys and let you guys know that the new name is Hey Sister. So Hey Sister Podcast. So this is episode 3, and today we're going to be talking about just a couple of random little things that I've gotten from you guys on your suggestions. So we're going to be talking about a little bit of witchcraft and beliefs and stuff like that, and we're also going to be talking about growing up in a Mexican household and moving out, and we'll see what the last one pops up, just something random. So I hope you guys have been doing good. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share it, tell your mom, your grandma, your tia, everybody you know about it. Don't forget to like and leave comments. Give me some feedback. I would really appreciate it, of course, and also subscribe. But yeah, let's get started. Witchcraft is kind of like a very, I feel like it's like a very sensitive topic to talk about. And it's kind of creepy at the same time. And no offense to you if, you practice it or, whatever. But I personally do not. It's just crazy what people would do sometimes, and so don't take any offense to it. And if you are going to take offense to it, then just don't watch this video. Thanks. Anyway, so yeah, let's just, what do you guys know about witchcraft? Because I don't know too much about it. I just, heard like little stories or I've watched some videos and stuff like that. I know somebody who knows somebody that has done witchcraft, or they do practice it. Actually, she knows a couple of people who have practiced it, who practice it, and who which is kind of creepy to know more than one person who does that, because you never know if they're targeting you, or they're hoaxing or hexing. What is it? You. So I feel like that's kind of like a very controversial topic to talk about, and to even mention it, because a lot of people, it's a very controversial topic to talk about, and a lot of people get offended real quick, and that's not my intention. I don't know anything really about it. I don't practice it. I don't encourage it. It's just things I've heard and stuff like that. So, sister, I'm doing a podcast, sister. Stop calling me sister. I'll call you back when I'm done. Anyway, but yeah, so it's just crazy what people will do to other people because they either don't like them, or they broke up with them, or they don't want them. Especially love spells. Why would you want somebody who doesn't want you genuinely? Why would you want to force them to be with you? Why would you even want to be with somebody who doesn't genuinely have feelings for you, or doesn't want to be with you? How does that make you feel well? How does that sit well with you? I don't understand. And then people who do witchcraft on people because they don't like them, or because what, they took your ex-man, or they have things that you don't. Instead of investing that money in witchcraft, or people who perform, or who practice it and hexing other people, why don't you invest that money in yourself, sis? Why don't you invest that money in yourself to get a better life, or to get the things that you wish that you had, that person has, or whatever. Or if it's over another person, like a guy or a girl, like, honestly, why, sis? What is the point? Better her than you getting cheated on, or getting hurt, or whatever the situation may be, you know? If you have to hex this person to be with you, sis, then this person is not for you. Don't do it. Yeah, like, I remember one time I made this TikTok talking about, I don't even want to say it, talking about La Santa Muerte. And, you know, I wasn't even, like, it was just a simple video of things that I've heard about it. I wasn't, like, stating facts or, you know, judging people for it or anything like that. I was just talking about stories about it, about her, and, you know, whatever. Like, it was literally nothing bad, or me talking smack about it, or nothing. And there was, like, these people who were real big mad. Genuinely so mad. Like, they were telling me stuff that, you know, like, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Like, they even stitched my video, like, saying, like, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about, like, she's talking smack, or she doesn't know, or while she's watching you, or you're gonna get cursed, or whatever. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm sorry that I offended you, but I in no way, shape, or form said anything to offend you or to offend her. I didn't even say she was bad or good. And then they're like, oh, yeah, she's good. Then if she's good, then why is she going to do something to me if I did nothing wrong or said nothing wrong? But, I mean, that kind of scared me a little bit, honestly. So I just, like, took down the video, and I was just like, okay, like, people are, like, I don't know, like, they're really, like, devoted to things like that. Like, I mean, like I said, no judgment to you or whatever you do, whatever you want to do. Believe whatever you want to believe. But, you know, it's just crazy, like, what extents people will go to, you know, do things like that on witchcraft, like hurting people, or, like, you know, there's a couple people that I know that don't know for sure if, you know, witchcraft was done to them, but it's, like, kind of like so many things happen in their life that don't have, like, any explanation, or don't have any end, or any, like, no, like, purpose, pretty much. And they don't have answers, they don't get answers. And it's kind of like, well, like, they know people that do witchcraft, and some of those people say and do things to this person that's kind of like, you know, it's hateful. So it kind of makes you think, like, well, are they doing witchcraft on you? Like, are they hurting you? Are they? But, like, what's the point? Like, this person literally stays in their lane. They do no harm to anybody. They're just living their life, you know? And for anybody to do any type of work on them would be ridiculous and literally a waste of time. Like, why? Like, just because you don't like this person, or just because this person is intelligent, or because this person knows how to do things that you don't, or because this person has a life that you want, maybe, or that you may have a little bit of like jealousy towards, or whatever. Like, whatever the case may be, like, there's no point in doing things like that, honestly. Like, it's kind of pathetic. And like, I don't mean to offend people, but it's pathetic, in my opinion, to do something like that to somebody just because they have a life that you want or can't have, you know? And it's like, all that time that you have invested in this person, hurting this person, or, you know, even wasted money on, because I know it's not, you know, people pay for it, I'm sure, you know, people don't do these services for free. You could have invested in yourself to make yourself better, to make you feel better, you know, instead of putting your money in hurting somebody else. Like, I believe that all bad things that you do will come back to you in so many shapes and so many forms that, you know, and it can even be worse, you know? So you should really think about what you're doing, and, you know, who you're doing it to, or, like, why. Like, instead of investing your time and energy in other people, bad juju, invest it in yourself, and do better for yourself, make better for you and for your family or whatever. Like, if you can't have that man, girl, go find another one. There's many men in the world, and obviously if that one isn't with you, it's because he's not for you. Or, you know, wow, they have a great relationship with their partner, and I can't keep a man, I have 10 baby daddies. Well, stop baby daddying, girl. Stop dancing with all these baby daddies and focus on you and the children that you already have. Or, you know, focus on yourself to make yourself better, and you will, you know, when the time comes, you will have, you know, a relationship. You will have what is for you, you know. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just don't know too much about witchcraft, but I know that there is definitely people who practice it, and definitely people who do things to hurt other people, and literally, like, it's people that you will never, like, imagine doing things to you, you know. Like, it could literally be your mom, your mother-in-law, your sister, your cousin, your dad, your man, your girl, your wife, your kid even, you know. Like, you literally never know who is doing it to you. So always be careful, protect yourself. Don't, if you know somebody who does things like that, stay away from them, sis, because you don't want that bad juju. Trust me, you don't. And don't do bad juju on people, because it will come back to you. Karma will take care of it on its own, sis. Just the best thing you can do is be a better you and do better, and that's gonna kill them even more. It's gonna hurt them even more. So yeah, that's my opinion. Don't do witchcraft. It's bad. In my opinion, it's bad. I was always taught not to mess with that, you know. And I know that there's like people like get their cards read and stuff, and I mean, I don't know too much about that. I do know people who also get their cards read, and I don't know, like, that's kind of controversial. Like, I don't know, like, don't do it. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to another topic. How about that? Because let's talk about growing up in a Mexican household, moving out, and what that's like. Honestly, in my opinion, I love being Mexican. Like, maybe just because I'm Mexican, I feel that way, but I love being Mexican. Like, I love knowing English and Spanish. Like, I just love it. Like, it's amazing. It's a blessing, honestly. No offense to, you know, any other races, or like, I'm not racist or anything, but I just love being Mexican. And you know, sometimes there's things about being Mexican that kind of controversial or very stereotypical. Growing up as a girl in a Mexican household, I mean, it wasn't too bad for me. Like, I feel like my dad isn't very much like a macho man, like very like, oh, you have to clean, you have to cook, you have to, you know, I'm the boss, you know. I mean, yes, but not to the point where it's like, damn, machismo, like, you know, like, no, like, I'm very much a mom's, like, I'm very much a mommy's girl. Like, I love my mom, but I'm very much a daddy's girl. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, that's my dad, says, like, I love my dad to death. And growing up, he, you know, wasn't very, I mean, he was pretty strict with me, but he was also kind of lenient with me. And we're like, yes, he would let me go out sometimes, or, you know, very much, you know, very much of like, yeah, you can go out, or, you know, I think that kind of stemmed from him being kind of strict with my sister, because my sister couldn't, according to her, he didn't let her do anything. She couldn't go anywhere or like do anything. So I think maybe he was more lenient with me because of, you know, how he was with my sister. I don't know. But, you know, my mom didn't make me do things around the house, really. I mean, yeah, she would tell me to help her and stuff, but she wouldn't make. But I did grow up, you know, knowing, okay, when I when I grow up and get married or whatever, have kids, I have to cook and clean and do all of that kind of stuff, and I feel like I'm thankful for that, because I, not to toot my own horn, but I think I'm a pretty good cook. I'm not the best or the greatest. I mess up, or I don't, whatever. But for the most part, I think I'm a pretty good cook. And I think that it was just kind of natural to me. My mom is an amazing cook, and I feel like that was just handed down to me, which I'm so thankful for and grateful for, because like, now that she doesn't live close to me, I crave a lot of the foods she would make, and thankfully I can make them, and it tastes pretty damn near, as good as hers. So I'm thankful for that, growing up that way, and knowing that I have to take care of my family, take care of my kids, and being responsible in that way, thinking of them and putting them first. I feel like that's kind of stemmed from that as well. My mom, I've always seen her putting her kids first, always, before herself. And I mean, that's not always a good thing, Honestly, you have to be okay in order for your kids to be okay. You have to take care of yourself in order to be okay enough to take care of other people, of course. And I feel like my mom never did that for herself. She never took care of herself like that. She never had the time or the encouragement, or to take care of herself as a woman. Because I mean, yes, you're a mother, but you're also a woman. You're your own person. And it kind of sucks that a lot of the times when you're like a stay-at-home mom, which my mom was a stay-at-home mom, she was never put first. And it's kind of heartbreaking, now that I'm a grown woman with kids and a husband. It kind of sucks that, unfortunately, you are not put first. You put your kids first, or you put your husband first, and then if there is time in between or downtime, you do something for yourself. And I think that that's not okay. I think that you have to have your own identity and your own time for you to do things just for yourself. Not like, oh, I'm gonna go to the store, but I'm gonna take my kids with me. Like, of course it still happens, because naturally you're a mother and you're like, oh, I'm gonna take my kids with me. Of course, like, why would I leave them so I can go to the store? Or why would I, but I feel like as a husband, or like a father, or even as grown kids when they're older, have to kind of realize, okay, my mom is just a girl. My mom is a girl too. My mom is growing up with me, and she needs time for herself. Just like, you run to your room when you're mad or angry or whatever, feeling upset, and you close the door, and your mom needs that time too, because she's a human too, and she's still going through those things. And in a Mexican household, that's kind of non-existent, like, you don't need time for yourself. Oh, you wanted kids, or you wanted a husband, te querías casar, querías hijos, pues cuídalos, or that's what happens. No, like, it shouldn't be that way. And unfortunately, growing up in a Mexican household with his Mexican parents, that's kind of what is what you are shown, or how you grew up, and what's kind of embedded in your brain, that you're gonna grow up, take care of your husband, and take care of your kids. But what also needs to be addressed is the woman needs to be taken care of too, and not just, oh, I'm taking care of you, I'm working for you and the kids. No, sir. Like, I didn't get married to have a sugar daddy to do everything for me. That's not how it is. That's not what we want, or at least that's not what I want. And I know that that's not what my mother wanted, but that's kind of what it seems like. Okay, well, I'm working for you and the kids. Well, you're gonna stay home and do everything for me and do everything for the kids. And no, like, being a stay-at-home mom is honestly really, it's amazing. It's a blessing. It really, really is. If you have a stay-at-home mom, or sister, friend, or whatever, it's not always sunshines and butterflies and rainbows. It's it's really hard. It's really a blessing, but it's also really hard. So let them have time for themselves whenever it's possible, and not it's just mental health is important for everybody, So, stay-at-home dads too, whatever. Not even stay-at-home dads. So just everybody's mental health is important, and everybody needs time for themselves. So I think I'm gonna wrap up this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. You know who you are if you support me. Thank you so much. Show your love by liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, whatever. Give me more suggestions, all that good stuff. And yeah, hope nobody takes anything to heart or offensive. I don't mean to offend anybody or anything, but if the shoe fits, just wear it. That's all I can say. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. See you guys in the next episode. Bye.